Good afternoon. It's Gwen with Crafty Lady Designs. I just posted a new video giving the information to my new Etsy shop that I've just created. Excuse me. And I posted 3 journals, and I just posted it, and the name of it is the new Etsy shop listings. I've listed 3 journals, and I have the URL on there and down the bottom as well. And I've also added the captured on paper. This is one that I've added to the new Etsy shop, and I do not, that I can find, I can't find it, that I've done a flip through. The other 2 have flip throughs on YouTube that I've done, but this one I don't find that I have made a flip through. So that's what we're going to do. This is a small book. I'm going to try to measure for you. I apologize. It measures 5.5 by 7. 5.5 by 7. It is the cover is a corrugated box that I just cut up, quite frankly, and I peeled off the top layer to give it some texture and whatever. And here is the spine. Now the spine I did not tear off the top layer. I left it as is. And the front I did tear off the top layer. I did add, these are the new, well, they're not real new now, but they're the extra large gears from Tim Holtz. I absolutely love them. This is, of course, a picture of a very pretty lady, and I have it raised up. I put it on some cardstock, and then I have raised it up for dimension. There's a couple little gears down here as well. The closure on this is a metal extra large lobster claw that I put a couple grommets in, a grommet on front and back, and added some O-rings. And here's my card. I put that on there. And as I say, there are 2 signatures. I have added some charms on the side. Here's a pair of scissors. I have quite a few charms. A pair of scissors, some crystals, of course, and one of Tim's that says Dream. I have 2 of Timmy's on Dream and Wander. There's a butterfly. There's an owl and a 57. I don't know what that means. It's just there. I love it. And I used a large, this is not a Tim Holtz. It's like that, but it's larger. And I got this from Butterbee Scraps, and I think they have closed. However, I do have several. And I think you can find these other places as well, but I don't have any addresses. So let's get inside and do a flip through. As I say, it is a chunky monkey. It is, and it opens with the lobster claw clasp. Let me turn it around so you can see it. When you open it up, there is a pocket. I made a pocket here on the front, and I do believe that's Tim's paper. I've run the paper all the way through the front and the back. Well, you can't see it real plain, but it's all one sheet of paper that runs all the way through. I did hand stitch with the let me see, with the 3 whole pamphlet stitch all the way through the book. So I've made a pocket here, and in the pocket I've added some memorabilia. Here is a bingo card. These are large bingo cards, and I've had them for a good while. I just love them. Here is just a tag that I made. I'm sorry, a little pocket that I made with a tag that it's like a little coin envelope. Here's a tag that I made to go in it, and it says number 1. I'm getting out of frame. I apologize. This just is a tag that I made with a little key on it that says the story begins here. And this is I tore this off of a layaway tag. I got that from Denise at A Tatter's Dream, and I just stuck that in here because I think I used the tag someplace. Here is the first page. It's like a half page. Well, it's a card. I'm sorry, it's a card. This is just a little memorabilia. This came out of an envelope that was made by Sagrita's Coffee. I did a lot of stenciling, all coffee dyed paper. Here's a doily with a little stamp. This is calligraphy paper. I buy this calligraphy paper at Hobby Lobby in the arts department. And a lot of blank pages. Here's the back of that. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is a little sack. And here's another one of the layaway tags that I cut off. This is just a little sack. I may have gotten those from Denise as well. Did some stenciling here. This is just a generic stencil that I got. This is the back of that card, and I did some stamping. It's all coffee dyed. I did some stamping so you could do some journaling. This stamp is made with a piece of corrugated board, or not. It's like this. It's your box that you tear off the outer layer, and then you use it as a stamp so you can do journaling. Excuse me. Here's another Rita Donnelly flip that I decorated. I made the flower and I did a little punch. You can journal there. Here's a tag that I made with a heart on it, and it says, follow your dreams. My lighting is not, I got a light over here that I'm going to turn around. Maybe that's it. There we go. Follow your dreams. Here's just, this is made by Sagrita on Sagrita's Coffee, and it's an envelope that she makes. It's sewn on book paper and all stained, and then she made the little flower with a bow tied on it. So those just fit down in the pocket. Oh, I just love this. This is a little lunch bag. I got these at a grocery store, a market, and they're glassine type bags, but the acro colors, and they are literally sandwich bags, and they were in the old recycle area for, you know, those types of things. This is a tag that I made. It says smile, giggle, laugh, and enjoy. I put a little tab on the top that says friends. So this fits down in the little lunch bag. This is a stencil, and then we have the back part of the, or the beginning of the other calligraphy paper, and another journaling page. Here's another card. Now this is the center of our signature. This is a card that I trimmed out to make it look like an oversized ticket. I stamped it to do journaling on, and on the strings I just added 2 medallions. There was a little gal that kind of started this with hearts, and she called them hearts on a string, and they're really clever. So I just used these little medallions. This is the end of that layaway tag, as I said, and it's just put on there with, you could journal on the back of it. It's just put on there with a small paper clip. Here is the back part of that calligraphy paper. This is just a stamp. And here's the back part of the sandwich bag, and in there I have put an envelope. Here's just an envelope. I think I either got these from Sagrita or I got these from Denise at A Tattered Dream. There's nothing in it. You could put anything in it you like. So I just stamped it and kind of distressed it a little bit more. And I put it in the back side of the sandwich bag. And what I did, I took some painting shears and cut off the end. Here's some more where you could write. Here's the back of that oversized card. Now this is a fold down that I made that you can journal on and lay down. And then I left the back, and it's got a doily on it and a flower. And then I made a tag to slide down in the back. So there's an opening there. You could stick things in as well. Here is that back part of that little envelope, and there's another layaway tag in, and just this is a piece of Tim Holtz that I cut out, I believe. And so I'm going to stick these, and there again, this little sack, I think I got these from Denise, but I'm not sure. So I just stuck those in there. Here's a stamp that says wishing you all things fabulous. Here's the back parts of the calligraphy paper, and another stamp so you could journaling there. Now this is the back part. This is the starting of our second signature. This is an envelope made by Sagrita. And back here, oh, I have one there too. It's a little envelope. It's the same thing, made by Cor-grated, and it's on one of the big tags. This goes inside. This comes out and goes inside the little envelopes, but you could put something else in there. She made these, got a little string on it and decorated it. And so I just put that on there by itself. Here is a page. Here's another doily and calligraphy paper, plain paper. Here is just one of those little bags, and I just had, this is a pin with a little flower on it, metal flower, and I just pinned it on that little bag. Here's some more journaling. Here's another envelope from Cor-grated. It's the same thing. There's nothing in it, but you could put things in it. Another Rita Donnelly flip, and another little tag that I made that says Friends Forever, and it's got a flower. I made the flower on top. My stamping didn't, but that's okay. So we open this up. We have another sandwich bag, another tag. I made this from Tim's paper with a flower on it. I made the flower from Tim's, no, I have some flower punches from Stampin' Up! That I used for my flowers. Here's another flip out that you can journal on as well. And there again, I left it open in the bag. Now I made a little book, and it's hand sewn with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and it's just plain paper where you could journal on in the little book, and it's behind the fold out pocket. Another doily, some more calligraphy paper that I stamped, plain paper. Here's the center of our second signature, and this is one of the large cards. These are index cards, I believe, the large size without lines, and I coffee dyed them. And there again, here's the center, and we have the little medallions on our ties, our strings. Plain paper. There's plenty of journaling in this little book. There's calligraphy paper again with the doily. There's the back of the envelope, and this has a couple of tags that I made and stamped. They're just little tags. This has got part of the paper line. I think it's the selvage that I just stapled on the top, and they go down in the bottom of the sandwich bag that I opened up with my mother's pinking shears, which are old. And here is Flying By to Say Hi. It's part of that card, blank paper. Here's part of the back part of that little sack. And this is just a little piece off of Tim Holtz's paper line that I just made like a ticket out of. And I used my memory keeper's punch. Now this is an envelope, and this envelope is just laid over the page. And this is all sealed. It's not a tuck spot or whatever. And then you get to here, and it opens up here. And then I have a postcard in here, and I've stamped wishing you all the things fabulous. I have a postcard in here that flips in there, or you could put anything in there. I've also left it open here where you can, go this way, see if you can see. I'm still having trouble with my new location. You could slip something down in there as well. I didn't put anything in there, but you can. And then I put the postcard down in there. Here's another calligraphy paper doily. This is the last page. This isn't this is part of that layaway tag that I tore the bottom off, the receipt part, and I made a flower, and I just attached it with a small paper clip. I made a pocket back here. This is just a postcard that I folded and made a pocket out of. I made another little book, 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I've stamped on it, and it's just there again so you can write on. And I put that in there. This is out of a book. That I think I utilized the book, and it's got a 3-hole pamphlet stitch that you can and I've read through this briefly. I don't think there's anything in here that shouldn't be. If there is, please let me know or get rid of it. But I don't think so. And this is the back. This is my card, my business card. So this is the where I've torn off the outer layer of the box. And as I say, I didn't the spine. I left it intact, and then there's the stitching where I stitched through, and of course there are the charms. And we fasten it back up with the oversized. Oh, I got the oversized. Um, the oversized. There we go. Lobster claws at Michael's. No, I take that back. No, I did get them at Michael's in the jewelry department. Yes, I did. If I didn't get them there, I got them at Hobby Lobby. But I got them in the I bought them in the jewelry department. So there we have it. There are 2 signatures. I don't know, and I need to count the pages for you, but I haven't yet. So this is a new listing on my Etsy shop, and I will have the Etsy shop information. It's also listed on my capturedonpaper.com. I have it on both sites, so if one sells, I'll remove it from the other. One of my favorites. It's small, but it has plenty of journaling room, quite frankly. Love the lady on the front, but I love the box. I've done this years ago, and then it's kind of become popular as well, but I just like that texture and the look of it, and besides, it's very inexpensive to use what you have, as they say. So thank you so much for joining me today. I will have the URL to the new Etsy shop, which is Book Art Design, all one word, capital BOOK, capital ART, capital DESIGN, all one word. And then I'll also have capturedonpaper.com listed there as well. If you have any questions, please write them down below. I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you're not a follower, I would appreciate you following me. I do have a nice bunch of gals and boys, I assume, that follow me, and I enjoy that as well. I'm up to a plateau on my followers, and I'm going to do a giveaway if I can figure out how to do it. Now, if you watched any of my previous videos, you'll see that I virtually said the same thing. However, I don't know how to do it, quite frankly. I used to be on Ustream. I had a 3-hour show once a week, and I used to give away, but that was different because there was a chat room and people were physically there, and on and on. This is a little bit different. So I'm going to try to work that out and provide, a giveaway for my followers. So I thank you again. Have a great rest of your weekend. And there again, this will be posted on book art designs on my Etsy shop and on capturedonpaper.com. Thank you for joining me today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I appreciate a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.